This week on Basketball Wives.
It's crazy. I'm not going to discuss Chantel.
I do crazy.
Look.
I do crazy in my sleep.
But I respect you.
You know I do crazy.
We're not going to always get along. But girl, if I say that it's something I'm not dealing with, respect that.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to we're going to be talking about Basketball Wives, Season 12, Episode 8. Let's get right into it. Alright, so we start the episode seeing Jennifer recording a voiceover for the movie that she's been working on. She says that it's almost done. I thought it was done already. It's been a while. I remember, didn't she invite Jackie to be on the movie? It feels like it's been a few seasons now. Maybe it's a different one? I don't know. But nevertheless, that's cool. Chantel is meeting up with some men because she's looking for an agent for her son to act, to model. He's so little though. I'm like, an agent? But if he can do it, then go on, I guess. We see Brittany and Denise. Brittany talks about her matchmaking service, which hasn't been successful. Let's get to Jac'Eil. I was wondering if she was going to talk about this again because last season she started shooting her talk show. But yeah, she's talking about it again, so she is continuing with the show. They're going to take it to networks to see who can pick it up. She has her original team over. I'm glad that she's still working with them because they all seemed super energetic and dedicated last season, so I'm glad to see them again. She shows them the pilot that they shot, and it looks really good. She says that her inspiration is Wendy Williams and Jennifer Hudson, but she wants to make it more unique. One of the things that she would like to add is some sort of like dating segment type of thing. Like, she definitely wants that dating element, and she thought, why not utilize what's near her? And luckily for her, in this group, some of the women are single as hell, other than her and Jennifer. So she actually talked to Ty about this, and Ty is going to help her be like the middleman and getting some of the ladies to be a part of it. Then we see Brandy. She's at a spice store. I didn't know there were stores that just sold spices. That's cool. But yeah, so she's here looking for different spices because spice mixes are her next step in the Maxiell cooking. She's released her cookbook, so now it's time for a line of seasonings. She is also going to do a dinner to showcase her products and recipes. Brandy is there with her assistant, and she talks to him about the fires that just happened, spending time with Jason, and her little fight with Evelyn. One thing that did rub her the wrong way when she met with Evelyn at the crystal shop was that Evelyn did say to her that if Chantel never spoke to Jac'Eil again, that would be a good thing. So Brandy's like, I hope Evelyn isn't advocating and encouraging that ish to Chantel, because that would be a little bit too much. Moving on, Evelyn meets with Ming and Brittany at a cannabis cafe. I'm like, okay, these people are so creative with these businesses, but if it works, go right ahead. So they talk a little bit about the community service thing that they did and helping the victims of the fires. Evelyn and Britt are still throwing shade that Jac'Eil was barely there, and which is like, girls, if your focus was to help people, leave it at that. Why are you making this whole thing about Jac'Eil? Like, damn, it really shows where your mind was at. But a topic of conversation that was had after the event, when they were all eating lunch, was Ming talking about her situationship with... Sorry, it was Ty talking about her situationship with Ming. So Ming says that she did tell Ty that she had a boyfriend. She doesn't. But she says that she said that because if she says to Ty, like, let's just be friends, Ty won't respect that. Ming says that Ty has sort of always had her way her entire life, like getting her way, and she won't take no for an answer ever. So that's why she said, like, I have a boyfriend. Like, that's the only way she would be able to back off. Ming says that Ty wants her to be the villain in her story, but that's okay because she's the delusion in mine. I was like, oh my, okay. But they're definitely both toxic. I don't think they're bad people, but they do have a little bit of toxicity in them. And if you're gonna be together, be together. If you're not, then don't. Like, stop wasting time. Evelyn says that she will be going to this segment of Jac'Eil's show. Brittany says that she won't go because it's haram, which means like a sin in Islam, but I wonder if it's not haram to cuss and try to fight someone in public. Ming says that she will go if Evelyn goes. Evelyn just wants to really go there to speak to Jac'Eil. Translation, she wants to go start some mess. And of course, listen, Evelyn was on a real dating show and got a real man, but she couldn't even keep him because she seems to be incapable of being in a successful relationship, which says a lot. Okay, so Brandy meets up with this guy from a restaurant called Joyce. He's the owner, and she's going to be doing a partnership with the restaurant with her seasonings, which is a great business opportunity. So he tastes the seasonings. He says that he really likes them. He says, right out the bat, I could see this being used in our catfish and our hush puppies and our shrimp cocktail, which sounds really good. I really enjoy these types of scenes, these business scenes where we see the women in their element, working hard, doing what they really like, just being a total boss, working hard. So it's nice to see that. What they're going to do is that they're going to incorporate that with the dishes that are already at the restaurant, and that's where people are going to go and be able to try them. So then Jen, Jackie, and Ty hang out. It's later in the day. Jackie fills in Jennifer on the charity event, and Ty's like, yeah, the girls gave me hell for you leaving early, Jackie. Jackie's really excited, though, about her dating segment. She says who's going to be there. When Jackie says Ming, Ty's like, oh, so she's single now? And Jennifer says, yeah, she actually told me that she lied to you about having a boyfriend so that you could back off. And Ty tries to pretend that she doesn't care, but she probably does. I mean, nobody wants to be lied to. So somehow, though, Ty ends up saying that Shanice was there with Evelyn at the event to give back to the victims of the fire. Jackie then says, oh, well, that's very interesting. It's very interesting because, I'm not the one to drop a bone, but I'll just say I'm very surprised that Shanice decided to go. And Jennifer's like, what's the bone? Jackie's like, I'm not going to say anything, but I do got something. So now I'm like, well, what is it, Jackie? Tell us the bone. Tell us the tea. I want to hear it all. But she says that it's going to come out eventually. She says it'll come out. Brandy invites the women to her pop-up dinner. She didn't invite Evelyn, though, because she says Evelyn doesn't take her seriously, and she's rude. Okay, so it's time for Jackie's show to film this dating segment, again, with Ming, Evelyn, Ty, and Denise. They're going to be the ones participating in it. But guess what? This is a pop the balloon. I said, oh, hell no, not this again. The crazy thing is that the guys are the ones who will pop their balloons when they see the women, not the women popping their balloons for the men. So they each go individually. Evelyn goes with her lineup of men. Ming had a mix of men and women. Denise goes with her lineup of men. And then Ty does her lineup of women. Although Ty was blindfolded. And also, one of the women in Ty's lineup is a married woman that's a Listen, this was, and also there was a guy there alongside Jackie that was asking some crazy ass questions. This was just giving low budget. I love Jackie, but this was low budget, and based on the answers, the men would pop their balloons. It was too much. But it was hilarious. But beyond all the mess, Evelyn did get a connection, and Ming did too. So it wasn't a total fail, but again, it was pretty funny. So after filming that, the ladies were sitting there talking about it. Ty then brings up Brandy's event that's coming up, and she asks who's going. Evelyn is like, well, I wasn't invited, so I'm not going. Evelyn says that she does want to talk to Jackie. She says not to meddle in her business, and then I was like, Evelyn, your middle name is meddling in somebody's business. But she's like, I really just love Chantel. I'm like, okay, that's such a poor excuse. Ty then says to her, well, yeah, she was actually just saying that she loves your daughter and she had a bone, but she wouldn't drop it. And I was like, Ty, not you being the one that's now dropping the bone. So Evelyn says, oh, so again, my daughter is being weaponized against me? So at this point, Jackie comes on out. Ty gets the hell out of there. I was like, Ty, how you drop the bomb then leave? So Evelyn's pissed. She says, did you bring up Shaunie's? And Jackie says, no, I said I had a bone, but it wasn't about Shanice. Evelyn's like, oh, okay, so you don't have anything to talk to me about? Jac'Eil says, no. Do you need to talk to me? Because Brandy did tell me that you were saying some things about what had gone down in Vegas, and I have love for you, but I'm gonna need you to stay out of my family's business. Like, you keep on antagonizing the situation. We're friends. You shouldn't be doing that. So Evelyn says, yeah, but friends need to hold each other accountable. Everybody, including Chantel, wants you to be held accountable. And Jac'Eil's like, okay, we're not gonna do this. Evelyn says, your daughter is hurt. And Jac'Eil says, well, your daughter's been hurt too. But Jac'Eil decides to get up and leave. They're going back and forth and back, yelling at each other. But I'm glad Jac'Eil left, because a situation like this is not going to end up pretty. And Evelyn is a hypocrite. Like, if anyone says anything about her build-up daughter, she'll throw a nuke. But she can, like, say all this about Jac'Eil and meddle into her relationship with her daughter is dumb. So yeah, I'm glad Jac'Eil walked away. Alright, so moving right along towards the end, it's time for Brandy's cooking event, and the food from the restaurant looked really good and really nice. I would have loved to try it. It was nice to see that Ming and Brandy are getting along. They have their little fun shade, but she's here to support her. They then get a call from Chantel. So Chantel lets Brandy know, I heard what happened with my mom and Evelyn yesterday, and I was already apprehensive, so I won't be attending. Chantel, bye. Okay, you're not going to be missed. But why do you keep siding with Evelyn also? That's so shameful. Ming then tells Brandy and Jennifer what happened yesterday in a little bit more detail. When Ming got there with her and Ty, it was a little awkward. They fist bumped. Jac'Eil comes in and she says to Ty, what's going on? I heard you were starting some stuff yesterday. I was like, not my baby. Did you tell Evelyn I was talking about Shanice? And Ty says, no, I just said that you love Shanice. We just want to know what the bone is. And Jac'Eil's like, oh, you'll know what the bone is soon enough. So Denise is the last one to arrive. When she gets there, she's saying hi to everybody one by one. Jac'Eil turns and she says, hi, Denise. And what does Denise do? Completely ignore Jac'Eil. So rude and disrespectful. If someone says hi to you, say hi back. Have some manners. Have some courtesy. Like, be polite. You don't have to like the person, but if someone says hi, be respectful. Then they get to the food. There was other people in the restaurant as well trying the food. And, Brandy was going around asking them what they thought, if they liked it, if they enjoyed it. Then they all get together. Brandy thanks them for being there. She says that Brittany couldn't make it for XYZ. And she says that Chantel just called. And as soon as Brandy says this, Jac'Eil pulls out her phone and she's like, hey, Doug, you watching the game? You good? You got the lights on? Right in the middle of Brandy speaking. So when she hangs up, Brandy then continues to say, Jac'Eil, Chantel did say that, she wanted to talk to you. But Jackie's, like, ignoring her. She's like, is my car here? Like, what's going on? Like, she didn't want to engage in this, clearly. Denise, though, she then says to Jac'Eil, are you blocked? Sounds like you have a lot of conversations to be had. At that point, Jacque's like, keep effing with me. But when I go off on you, don't you be complaining and saying that I didn't warn you. Because, like, yeah, that's true. Jennifer then says, listen, you guys, we can care about people, but we also got to respect people's feelings. So then Ming says, she says to Jennifer, what should we do if Chantel does express her feelings about a situation then? Jac'Eil says, when she expresses them, then deal with it, talk to her, but, Jen can't answer that. So then Ming starts to get testy. She's like, I can speak to her when I want to speak to her. You can't tell me anything. Oh my gosh. Ming then says, it's okay for you all to talk about me and Ty and our relationship and address the elephant in the room, but we can't address the elephant in the room when it comes to Jac'Eil. Okay, Ming, maybe you have a point, but I do think there's a difference between when it comes to a relationship that's a mother and a daughter, though. Like, we need to be a little bit smarter than that, Ming. Come on now. But Jac'Eil clocks her. She puts her right in her place, and she says, we're not going to do this. Chantel is not here, so we're not going to talk about her. And I'm not dealing with it anymore. So respect that. I F with you, but, leave it at that. And that was the end of the episode. Listen, this episode was okay. I enjoyed seeing some of these business scenes and the Jac'Eil show. Those were the good scenes. Evelyn, I'm tired of Evelyn, honestly. Like, she's really not bringing anything to the show but messiness. Denise, you're a really pretty girl, but you and Brittany, I don't like y'all. Like, y'all coming off like some sidekick lapdogs who just want to come for Jac'Eil. Like, at this point, it's evident that Denise wants a moment with Jac'Eil, but I don't think she's gonna be able to handle it when the real activated Jac'Eil Christie pops off on you. Like, you don't want this, baby girl. You don't want this. But you guys, let me know what your thoughts were about this episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.